Black Friday lands on November 27 this year. That's just 3 months away, and the e-com brands that are going to win it are already working on it as we speak in Q3. And I've watched this play out for 7 straight years, and every single year it's the same story. The brands that start in August own that weekend. Everyone else just scrambles in late October, throws an offer together, and spends the biggest revenue week of the year wondering why nothing is selling. And the brutal part, by then it's already over, because one piece of this foundation takes months to build, and there's nothing you can do in November to speed it up. So get it in place right now, and this one weekend can pay for your entire Q4. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to build between now and November, step by step, starting this week already. And a quick word on why you should listen to me on this. So my name is Emil and I run Magistly, an email and SMS agency for e-commerce brands. And in the last 7 years, we have worked with more than 150 e-commerce brands with over $300 million in attributed email and SMS revenue. And we got over 40 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. And every one of those 7 Black Fridays that we've experienced, my team has been in the accounts running the exact playbook that I'm about to give you. So let's get started. And first, real quick, let's talk about 3 things that have changed since last Black Friday, because this is not the same game that it was a year ago. So 1, it's bigger and more crowded than ever. Shoppers spent a record $11.8 billion online last Black Friday in the US alone, up around 9% from the year before, which sounds like great news until you realize that every brand on the planet saw that same number, and they're all coming for the same inboxes as you. 2, the season keeps starting earlier. By the Monday before Thanksgiving, over 40% of the marketing emails going out already have a Black Friday discount in them. So Black Friday stopped being a day a while ago. So it started with one day, then we had Cyber Monday, then we had the whole weekend, then we had the whole week. And now we see more and more brands who start their sales at the beginning of November already, and they're continuing their sales through early to mid-December to grab more of those gift shoppers. And the third thing that we see that's changing compared to last year, and this is the big one, that's that AI is now on both sides of the sale. So your customer's inbox is AI now, deciding which emails deserve attention during the loudest week of the year. And your customers themselves are shopping with AI as well. So assistants and shopping agents drove around $3 billion in US online sales on Black Friday alone last year. So the attention is scarcer, the window is longer, and the filters are smarter. And all 3 of those point to the same conclusion. Black Friday is won or lost in the months before it. So let me walk you through the foundation piece by piece. And the first piece is the one almost every brand ignores, and it's your email deliverability. And I know it doesn't sound sexy, but stick with me. So here's why this comes first. During Black Friday week, you're going to break every email rule that I normally give you on this YouTube channel. So you'll send multiple emails a day. You will send to your entire email list, including people who haven't opened anything in months. You'll go daily instead of your usual 3 or 4 campaigns a week. And that aggressive push is fine once a year if your sender reputation can carry it. But if it can't, then it becomes the most expensive week of your life. So let me paint you 2 quick scenarios, because I watch both of these happen every single November. So we have brand A, and it rolls into November with a shaky sender reputation, blasts their full list with a great offer, and the emails go straight to spam. Great discount, beautiful designs, but nobody sees any of it. Then we have brand B, who spent September and October building a clean reputation. When they open up to their full list, their placement takes a small hit, sure, but their emails keep landing in the primary inbox. So their opens hold, their sales come true, and all while the brand A's campaigns sit in a folder that people are trained to ignore, the spam folder. So both brands get a completely different outcome, and it was decided months earlier. So here's what you do starting this month already. From now until November, you send only to your engaged people on your email list. Depending on your list, that's everyone who have opened, clicked, or was on your site in the last 30, 60, or 90 days. And your target is simple. 50 or even 60% open rates or higher on your email campaigns. That's you showing Gmail and Outlook week after week that people want your emails. And that's the send reputation that you're going to use in November when Black Friday hits. Second, you want to clean your email list. So suppress your hard bounces, anyone who has soft bounced a bunch of times, and everyone who has ever marked you as spam. So do this now and do one more sweep the week before you start your Black Friday event, because you're about to email your unengaged people on purpose. So the least that you can do is just stop emailing the people who are actively hurting your sender reputation, which is mainly the bounced emails and the people who are marking you as spam. The third thing, and for some e-com brands this is kind of difficult, is to stay consistent. So you want to keep sending 3 to 4 email campaigns a week, every week, all the way through fall. Because if you go quiet in September and in October, and then you suddenly explode into daily sends in November, the inbox providers will read that exact pattern as a hijacked domain, and they clamp down right when you need them most. So consistency now is what makes the November spike look normal. And I'm keeping this part high level on purpose because I have a full video on fixing your email deliverability and getting your emails out of the spam folder step by step in Klaviyo. So I'll link it up in the description below if you want a full step-by-step tutorial on this. But what matters today right now is that you start the clock, because the send reputation, it takes weeks to build and has to be standing when November hits. And here's the thing. So a clean reputation gets you seen, but it doesn't make anyone buy, right? So what makes people buy in November is what you do with your email campaigns between now and then. And that is exactly where most e-com brands quietly sabotage themselves in October. And a quick one before we continue this video. So I've got a free email marketing course on my website that breaks these systems down in way more detail. So the segments, the flows, the campaign calendar, all of it. It's completely free and the link is in the description below. So definitely check the one out after watching this video. Okay, now let's continue with this video. The second piece of your Black Friday preparation is your runway. Meaning everything that you send between now and the start of your Black Friday event. Because here's the mistake that I see all the time. Brands keep running promotions right up until November. So they'll do a fall sale in September, a Halloween deal in October, a little flash sale in early November, and then they're confused when their Black Friday offer lands flat. But think about it from your customer side. So if you've been handing out 20% off all fall and then 25% off on Black Friday isn't an event for them anymore. It's just another regular sale to them. Here's what I would recommend. So Labor Day, September 7th, that's going to be your last sales event before Black Friday. After Labor Day, the discounts go quiet until Black Friday week. That fall promo you were sketching, the Black Friday deal, all of it just waits. Because scarcity is what gives Black Friday its power. So when your audience hasn't seen a discount from you in almost 3 months, and then the biggest offer of the year shows up, that's when they're gonna open their wallet, right? And I know I can already see you thinking, what should I email them instead if I can't have any sales events? So you just want to focus on value-based emails. 3 to 4 campaigns a week with 0 discounts. And you want to keep those emails short and easy because here's the reality of how people read your emails. They are on their phone, half watching a show, scrolling in line at the store. Nobody's really sitting in a quiet room studying your marketing, right? So quick, fun, valuable, skimmable emails. So things like testimonials, customer stories, behind the scenes, how your product is made, founder updates, staff picks, bestsellers, myths in your niche debunked, tips around your product, and gift guides without a discount inside. These type of emails will keep your open rates high, which feeds the sender reputation we just talked about, and they keep your brand top of mind while all of your other competitors are training their email list to only show up for the coupon codes. And as you know, if you're following my channel, also make sure to mix in some plain text emails from you, the founder, and end a couple of them with a real question that people can actually reply to. So every reply that you collect this fall is just a trust signal with the inbox providers, and you're going to want every bit of that trust when your volume spikes in November, as I explained earlier. And the beauty of this value-based strategy is that you will now generate sales at full margin towards Black Friday. Now, two things that are extra important for 2026 specifically. First, everyone is going earlier. And most brands go earlier the wrong way by discounting in October. So you're going to go earlier the right way with anticipation. So starting in the fall, you want to tease it. So the Black Friday sale is coming. It's the biggest one of the year. And your email list gets it first. And the last part, it matters the most. So you want to give your email subscribers early access to the actual Black Friday offer, for example, a day before it goes public. And it just rewards your email list without adding a single extra discount. And it hands you a killer sign-up message for the next 3 months. So if you want in early, join the email list. So then you can stop giving away like an incentive on the first purchase, because now you have another solid reason for people to actually sign up for your email list. Which brings me to the second thing. So this window right now through October is your list growth window. So every subscriber that you add before November is a Black Friday customer that you reach for free with zero ad spend right in their pocket. So go look at your sign up pop-up form right now. If it's converting 2% of your visitors, when a good one does 8 or 10%, that gap is real November revenue leaking away every single day. So of course, I got a full pop-up tutorial on this channel if your needs work, and that one is in the description linked below. So now your site reputation is clean and your audience is primed and growing, which leads us to the last question. So what offer do you actually put in front of the audience during Black Friday? And this is where most brands sit around guessing in October, when the answer has been sitting inside their account all year long. So here's what most e-com brands do. So they wait until late October, they start to panic, and then they just copy whatever they ran last year. Or even worse, whatever their competitor is running. So they're just guessing. And you don't need to guess, because you've been running this test all year without actually realizing it. So here's what you can do this month already. You want to pull up every sales event that you ran in 2026. So the Valentine's Day sale, the Mother's Day sale, the Father's Day sale, Memorial Day, your summer sale, whatever you did this year. And for every single event that you did, look at 3 numbers. First of all, the conversion rate. Second, the average order value. And third, the revenue per recipient. Then you want to look at the structure behind the winner. So did the percentage off beat a dollar amount? Did a free gift outperform both? Did a bundle or a spend this, get that threshold pull your order values up? Or did your flash sale create more urgency than your week-long promo? Somewhere in that data that you have, your audience has already told you exactly what makes them buy. So your only job right now is to actually read it. So go through your data and find out what your audience actually wants. And then we're not done yet, because now you can use Labor Day as your dress rehearsal. So it's the last sale before the big one anyway, so you want to treat it like one. So you want to take your best performing structure from this year and you want to test it against one challenger. And whatever wins, that's what you scale up for Black Friday. So while your competitors are brainstorming offers from scratch in late October, you already have yours proven on your own audience. And one more thing for 2026, and this one is important, the shoppers have gotten skeptical of deals, as you probably have noticed. And with AI in their pocket, they can check your pricing history in about 2 seconds. So the fake stuff like inflating prices in October to slash them in November, a countdown timer that just resets, none of that survives anymore. So it just burns the trust that they potentially have had in your brand. So make the offer real, make it clearly the best deal of the year, and say so plainly. And if you want to squeeze more out of it without giving up margin across the board, play with framing instead of depth. So a free gift at a spend threshold lifts the order value. A little extra for people who've never bought from you tips them over the line. And your existing customers were coming anyway, so they don't need it. And that's how you protect the margin while everyone else is raising to the deepest discount. Okay, so now let's make this all concrete. Here are the 6 action items for you to take right after watching this video. 1. Clean your email list this week. Suppress the hard bounces, the repeat soft bounces, and everyone who has marked you as spam. 2. Switch to engaged only sending 3 to 4 email campaigns a week and hold your open rates above the 50 to 60%. 3. Lock in Labor Day, September 7th as your final sale before Black Friday and start planning it right now. 4. Pull the data from every sale that you ran this year and find your winning offer structure. 5. Treat Labor Day as the dress rehearsal and test that structure one more time. And 6. Build your fall calendar of value campaigns and tighten up your pop-up form, because the list you grow between now and November is the revenue that you print during Black Friday. So do those 6 things, and by the time October rolls around, you're not scrambling like everyone else. You are loaded and prepared for Black Friday. Now, everything that I gave you today is purely the foundation. And the foundation is what decides who wins during Black Friday. But Black Friday itself is a whole different animal. So the day-by-day send schedule, when exactly you open up your engaged segments to your full list, how many emails to send on the day itself, where do SMS and WhatsApp fits in, what to do when a send underperforms in the middle of the week. That's a November conversation, and I'll make that video closer to that date. So do make sure to keep an eye out for it. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out those videos. And in the meantime, if you run an e-commerce brand and you'd rather have my team run your entire Black Friday, so the preparations, the calendar, the offers, the sends, all of it done for you, you can book a free strategy call using the first link in the description below. And fair warning on that one, so we lock in our Black Friday clients in August and September, because building this properly just takes weeks. So if you show up in November, there's not much anyone can do for you. And if you're not ready for a call yet, go watch my video on how to segment your email list for 2026 next, because every single thing that I showed you today runs on sending to the right people. And this video shows you exactly how to build those segments in Klaviyo. So I'll see you over there.